Hello everyone. This is the story of a common man who ventured on an adventure, chose an unconventional way of traveling to visit another country and has a story to tell. Debasis Halder, a resident of Barakpur, one day, along with 9 of his friends, decided to visit Nepal on their bicycles. They decided to travel from Barakpur in West Bengal, a state in India, to Kathmandu on their bicycles. I recently interviewed him. He said that this happened some 20 years back. He was 40 years old then. He has this hobby of trekking in the mountains. He has even gone for trekking in the desert. He is also a lifetime member of the Youth Hostels Association of India. This is a charitable organization that provides youth hostel accommodations in India. This organization helped them a lot. They got all the clearance from the police stations and permission from both the governments. Their bicycles were also sponsored by them. Some of the other things that they carried were their backpack, tracksuit, t-shirt and wind cheater. Of course, had their own sleeping bags. They started the journey on 25th December 1999. It was 11-day trip. The team was very much prepared for the journey ahead. They had their first aid box, toolbox and hand pump with them for any emergency that they may face on the road. So they started the journey with great enthusiasm. Every day they traveled for the most part on National Highway NS34 for about 100 kilometers. Their breakfast and night stay were usually sponsored by police stations, local police stations. It was definitely a test of patience and endurance. But as I was told by Mr. Halder, the target for the team was fixed. That was to reach Nepal, and no matter what obstacles came in the way, that could not dampen their spirit or slow them down. On the 5th day, while they were traveling on NS34 National Highway, the part of the road was in very bad condition. As they were moving ahead, one of his companions was hit by a truck. He was injured. He had scratches and bruises on his body. His bicycle was also damaged. There was a health center nearby where they got the medical assistance. As the road was in bad condition, they decided to travel on another road that is called Bengal to Bengal. They started the journey quite late in the afternoon and it was getting dark. They were crossing many villages on the way. There was no street light and it was getting difficult for them to move any further. So they decided to halt for the night. They were now inside a village. The name was Bipin. It was a very underdeveloped village. The people of the village was very poor. They lived in huts. The people of the village gave them a very warm welcome. However, the ladies have already prepared food for the night, so they were offered a huge handi. Handi is an utensil that is used for cooking food, and all the ingredients for them to prepare their own food. It was very late, around 1 a.m., when the group finally had their dinner. There was no place for them to sleep, so the villagers removed their cows from the cowshed, cleaned the area and asked them to sleep there. The men were very happy to get a shade on their head on such a cold night. They spread their sleeping bags on the ground and went to sleep. Next day, very early in the morning, they thanked the villagers for their hospitality and generosity and moved ahead. On the 8th day, they crossed the Me&She river and entered the Nepal border, Kakorbita. Next day, they stayed and explored the famous Dhulabari market. On the 10th day, as the group was riding on their bicycle, they were stopped by the police. It was a very dense forest and it was not safe for them to travel on their bicycles. The men so wanted to visit Kathmandu. After coming so far, it would be such a shame to return back without seeing Kathmandu. So the police arranged a car for them to reach Kathmandu. They finally reached their destination, Nepal. After seeing Kathmandu, next day they returned back to Dhulabari by the same police car. That very day, they rode on their bicycle to Shiliguri, took a night bus to Barasat. Finally, the last day of their journey, they rode on their bicycle from Barasat to Barakpur. They had this wonderful experience that they always look back with pleasure. So like Mr. Debasis Halder, we can also reach our target if we have the mental strength to face the difficulties and hardships that may come on the way to success. Thank you for listening to the story, and for more amazing stories, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.